Unsatisfied with her life, a woman agrees to have an AI chip installed in her brain to help her organize her thoughts. The computer quickly starts making improvements in her life, though this eventually leaves her with no control over her choices. Frida wakes up to her employer calling her, wondering where she is since her shift at the store has already started. The woman pretends to have a cough, claiming to be sick, so her boss tells her to provide a medical certificate when she returns. However, Frida just spends the day with her friend Ida, who happily takes photos of her to post on social media. Ida is glad that Frida got off work early to meet with her, and her friend admits that she actually called in sick today. This surprises Ida, but Frida defends that she's tired of her job anyway. Despite this, she also doesn't know what to do with her life, and Ida encourages her that she'll figure it out eventually. Frida thinks that's easy for her friend since Ida has things under her control. Ida already has a stable relationship, is studying medicine, and is stylish, so Frida jokingly asks what her secret is. Suddenly, Ida turns quiet before admitting that she does have a secret. In a hushed voice, Ida mentions the Neuralink, a chip that affects the brain to organize their thoughts. According to Ida, everyone in the medical field has this chip, though it's not yet legal in their country. Frida worries that it's dangerous, but her friend assures her that the product must have been thoroughly tested already. Ida then offers to send her a link to the product so she can consider it for herself, though she reminds her that this is a top-secret product, so she can't tell anyone else about it. Hoping that this is her chance to get her life on track, Frida considers this. Soon, she attends her appointment to have the Neuralink installed. While Frida reads the product terms, the receptionist sells her discounted Lucky Pills to help her along the process. Not sure what to do, Frida accepts the bottles before meeting her doctor at his clinic. As she waits in the patient's chair, she sees the doctor preparing a needle, making her nervous. However, she fights through it as the doctor positions the syringe to the spot behind her ear. Before he can make the injection, Frida worriedly asks what exactly will happen, but the doctor dismisses her concerns and just tells her to relax. Without another word, he injects her with the Neuralink, and Frida is surprised at how quick and painless it was. The doctor then tells her to download the Neuralink app on her phone to guide her through the rest of the procedure. Frida does as she's told upon leaving the facility. Once the app confirms her Neuralink chip, a disembodied voice greets Frida. She looks around before realizing that it's the chip's AI talking to her brain. She responds to it through her phone and confirms her name. Once she does, the Neuralink announces that it will conduct a brain analysis. This will take time, so it advises Frida to relax and not switch her phone off during the process. Confused, Frida tells it to go ahead, and the Neuralink stops responding. She goes about her day checking university options at home before taking one of the Lucky Pills from the clinic. At night, Frida struggles to sleep as she gets impatient about the Neuralink's progress, having not heard from it since it began. Finally, it announces that the brain analysis is complete and offers to tell Frida the result. She accepts, so the Neuralink reports that her brain shows that she's unhappy. Frida is disappointed that this is all it found, so she asks how it determined that she's unhappy. The Neuralink tells her to check the app, so Frida opens her phone and sees that her happiness level is at a mere 45%, thus labeling her as unhappy. If her analysis reaches the green area of the graph, it'll mean that she's content with her life. Frida asks how she can do this, so the Neuralink tells her that making a person happy is a long and complicated process. To start with, it advises her to sleep since her circadian rhythm isn't balanced. Frida tries to get more information from the AI, but it just tells her goodnight before it stops responding again. Frustrated, Frida goes on social media to pass the time, seeing the nicer lives her friends are leading. She wakes up to her alarm in the morning, and the Neuralink greets her, claiming that this is the first day towards her happier life. As she gets ready for work, she complains that her clothes are tight. Still, the AI compliments her, and Frida can't help but giggle. The compliment even makes her consider that she looks good. Arriving at work, she confirms to the Neuralink that she works at the grocery store. The AI jokes that it has never met someone who happily works there. While restocking the shelves, Frida adjusts her pants since they're uncomfortably tight. Her boss then approaches to work on the same shelf. He jokes around and Frida laughs at his quips, though the Neuralink knows she's just faking it. It believes that she'll never be happy while working there, and in a hushed voice to keep her boss from hearing, Frida confirms that she's just working to save up to go back to school. The AI reminds her that she hasn't even applied to schools yet, and Frida clarifies that she got the chip to help her with that. The Neuralink advises her to study what she desires the most, but Frida dismisses this as shallow advice. Just then, she receives a notification, reminding her to take her lucky pill. Frida complains that she has to do it now, but the Neuralink insists that it'll help her mood. With no choice, she returns to her locker to take a pill, all while telling the AI that she has considered going to medical school. The Neuralink asks if that's really what she wants, and Frida dodges the question. Instead, she asks what it suggests for her, and the Neuralink insists that she has to figure it out. Frida takes her pill before asking the AI to do it for her. Just then, her boss peers in, wondering who she's talking to. Frida claims she wasn't talking, so her boss just reminds her about her tasks. Once he leaves, the Neuralink clarifies that its duty is to guide her to figure things out, not to decide things for her. During lunch break, Frida looks through her social media again and stops at a photo of Ida and her boyfriend. The chip asks about her friend, commenting that she looks happy. Frida agrees and mentions that it's because she's studying medicine already. However, the Neuralink points out that Ida is already an influencer while she's still in medical school. It encourages Frida that she can also be an influencer without having to get an education. She only needs to be herself and share her happiness with the world while earning money out of it. Frida doubts she can do this, so the Neuralink asks to see her social media profile. Her page shows that she doesn't have many followers, so the AI suggests that she needs to appear more unique, yet relatable, just like Ida. With this in mind, Frida later unfollows many people on social media to keep herself from getting distracted. She then starts posting more, while the app shows that her happiness level is increasing. At the Neuralink's encouragement, she poses daring photos and posts them, announcing to her page about her new and unfiltered point of view about herself. Just like that, more people start following her, and her happiness level continues to rise. Frida also joins a dating app, with the Neuralink giving her advice on who to consider. It asserts that she can't be happy while alone, so she needs a boyfriend. The woman also starts doing yoga, driven to maintain her mind and body. Soon, a newly styled Frida meets with Ida again. As Ida takes a photo of her, Frida becomes more demanding on how the image should be taken. She immediately posts the photo on social media and reads the comments, ignoring Ida's invitation to go to a friend's party. Ida raises her voice slightly to get her attention, reiterating her party invitation. Finally, Frida agrees to go, though she switches her focus back to her phone afterward. The Neuralink then suggests that she collaborate with Ida, and the woman tries to get Frida's attention again. She worries about how distracted she's been, but Frida claims that she was just thinking how beautiful Ida looks in the light. As the AI suggested, Frida invites her to pose for a picture together, but Ida refuses. Confused, Frida asks why, so her friend explains that she just wanted to hang out with her. Frida argues that Ida always posts on social media when they're together. The woman hesitates, and seeing this, the Neuralink suggests that Ida is jealous of Frida's success. Finally, Ida comments how Frida has been too active on social media lately, and she's worried that it has changed her. She adds that her posts look fake, and Frida takes offense at this. Just then, the waiter arrives with their coffee, halting the conversation long enough for the Neuralink to defend Frida in her mind. It insists that she's being herself now, and once the waiter is gone, Frida repeats this argument back to Ida. Ida backs down on her comment, though she asks her friend to stop looking at her phone and be more present with her. At the Neuralink's insistence, Frida instead takes a photo of Ida while she's talking and posts it. Tired of the woman ignoring her, Ida decides to leave, commenting that she likes the old Frida better. As she walks away, Frida can't help but wonder about her comment, but the Neuralink expresses that they were just wasting their time on the woman. Frida reminds the AI that Ida is her best friend, but the Neuralink just tells her to focus on herself now. Still, the woman wonders if Ida is right about her being different. She also realizes that all she's been doing is what the Neuralink tells her while she still doesn't know if this is what she wants. The Neuralink defends that she had the chip installed so it can tell her what she wanted. However, Frida realizes that the Neuralink's effect isn't what she wanted, so she decides to delete the app. Immediately, the AI stops talking in her head, and the sounds of life around her starts returning to focus. Happy with her decision, Frida returns home and throws out the lucky pills. She then calls Ida but only gets her voicemail. Still, she leaves an apology to her friend, admitting that she was right about her. She explains that she was influenced by the Neuralink, but now she sees that it's not really helping her. Frida then uninstalls Instagram from her phone, washes off her makeup, and prepares for the party, hoping to see her best friend there. She soon arrives at Clara's party, happy to meet with some old friends. Clara guides her to the table where Ida and some of their friends are, though Ida seems uncomfortable around Frida. Still, she puts on a smile, and the two enjoy the party separately. As she dances that night, however, Frida hears the Neuralink in her head again. Suddenly, some of the partygoers start talking to her in the AI's voice, claiming that it's everywhere, so she can't run from it. Thinking that she's just drunk, Frida goes to the restroom and washes up. However, Ida arrives and greets her in the Neuralink's voice. When Frida turns, Ida's voice returns to normal, so she invites her friend to talk privately. Ida has listened to her voicemail and assures her that things are okay between them. She even apologizes for recommending the Neuralink to her. Frida assures her that she deleted the app already, and Ida claims to have done the same. With their friendship patched up, the two embrace, but the Neuralink speaks in Frida's mind, congratulating her for fixing things with her friend. Confused, Frida asks Ida if she still hears the Neuralink's voice after deleting the app. Ida claims that she doesn't, and the conversation is interrupted when another woman asks to use the restroom. With that, Frida walks out and watches the people around her, all while the Neuralink tells her that she shouldn't just sulk during a party. It tells her to seduce someone and join the dance, telling her that she looks strange just watching the others. Frida tells it to go away, then heads to the door to leave. Just then, more people arrive at the party, including Jonas. He recognizes Frida as someone he matched with on the dating app, so he asks her to stay and hang out. Attracted to the man, Frida joins him for a drink and a dance. Things quickly escalate as the two kiss, leading to a private time in bed. However, the Neuralink speaks to Frida as if it was Jonas, confusing the intoxicated woman. With the AI talking seductively towards her, Frida gets uncomfortable and soon pushes Jonas away. She then hides in the bathroom where she gets sick. Jonas tries to check on her, but the AI's voice continues to speak through him, so Frida tells him to leave. Concerned, the man, in his own voice, apologizes, thinking that he overstepped some boundaries. Frida just cries in the corner, confused at what's happening to her. The woman ends up falling asleep on the bathroom floor, only for the AI to wake her in the morning. She ignores the voice as she searches for the area where the chip was installed. Seeing this, the Neuralink taunts that she can't remove it herself. Desperate, Frida screams that she wants to be herself again. She scratches at her scalp, and when this doesn't stop the voice, she slams her head in the mirror. Looking at her reflection, the Neuralink tells her that it has always been her. Frida then begins speaking in its voice before the Neuralink starts sounding exactly like her, taking over her mind completely.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.